Welcome. Okay, so I don't really know what to call this, right? So we're just gonna call it 3D with Zeno for now, right? 3D with Zeno. So just a few housekeeping stuff, right? So the camera, let's just go back to this. The camera is a bit like it's height. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, the camera is angled above, so what you'll be seeing is like a top-down view because of the setup. And yeah, so I just apologize for that for now until I get a good setup. As you can see, even the background is just bad. But we need to get this over with. So today we'll just be doing a walkthrough, I guess. You'll just be doing this with me. So you just watch me go through the process and try and create something, with Blender. I know everyone is doing this, Blender's like everywhere now. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you learn something. If not, just chill with me. Even if you don't like Blender, just the support is needed. And I'm still new at this whole face-to-face interaction thing, so I'll be taking pointers in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Okay, so what will we be doing today? Okay, so I have Blender open here. I'm going to be using Blender 5, but if it crashes, I'll switch to Blender 4.4 Flow. So I prefer 4.4. But for this, I'm going to try out Blender 5 for this. For this video, I will be like I have my Spotify on here, just to get the vibe. So let me see actually. Let me just switch back to this. Let me see if there's some royalty free sounds because I was going to switch, from uh, talking to playing the music. Sorry, my voice. From talking to playing the music, right? So let me just see royalty free background music. Background music, right? So this is gonna be for the time lapses. So I'll speak some of the time and some of the time I'm just gonna go on, work mode, as they would say. Okay, it's still loading, network issues, but yeah, let's continue. So Blender 5, what will we be doing today? So I did a 3D scan of this house here. So let's just do this here. Right, let me just open it. We have this house here. I saw this in Gamer's Planet. It's like let me do this. Let me model this. Okay, I won't be modeling everything because I did a 3D scan, but this is how it looks, right? So we're gonna try and recreate this in Blender. So I already what's this? 3D scanned this and then I ported it over, but it's not looking like this. The texture's all messy. Yeah, there's a lot of problems. So we'll just see how we solve that in Blender. So I only used I think like what 15 of these images you see here, 33. So I only used 33 of these images. I'm supposed to have like 100, you know, to get a good scan. So yeah, I'm not surprised that the scan was not that good. I also took some videos, so that I can edit after this, try and add like a character like here on this chair here, this box chair. And then we have this here. I don't know what this is, but it's like we have the door and then it's covered with these rocks here. It's barricaded. I don't know what was going on there. We have the chimney here. And yeah, here's the house. So here the search result is done. uh, I'm gonna play these once I go into like speed up mode. For now, let's just leave them. And yeah, these are the images. So here's the 3D scan. Let's just extract that. And yeah, we have the 3D model here. It's actually a low poly model. They gave me an option, like two options, whether I want like high poly or low poly. So I just chose low poly. So here we are, Blender 5. Let's just save the project. To tiny man space. So let's just put it here. Tiny man space. So that's like TMS. TMS. Let's save that. I just hope the sound is actually coming out clear. Delete everything and yeah. So let's import. I'm just gonna like do the old method. I'm not. You can drag, but I just prefer like fetching it. I don't know why. So here we have a tiny man space. Import the model. So this was done with Kiri engine. By the way, I used Kiri engine to scan, and it is not good. Not good at all. We're gonna have to remodel everything here. Um, let's see how it looks with the texture. I'm not gonna switch to render mode. I'm just gonna switch to textures here. And yeah, not good at all. But I don't know. You guys are gonna let me know what you guys think. But for me, I'm not feeling this. Uh, yeah, not feeling it at all. But let's see. Let's just work on this. See what we can do. Yeah. Um, I'm running a lot of applications, so this is gonna be slow. Plus, Blender 5 is just very slow on my system. Maybe I should just switch, while we edit now. Because if this is laggy now, okay, let's see the polygons. Yikes. uh, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah, this is bad. I don't even know what to say. This is bad. So the node network here, it's actually a pretty simple network. Don't know why this is not connected or why we can't see that. Is it connected? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what was happening there. Let's switch to render. Let's add a sun. Actually, let me just add an HDRI. I'm just gonna add an HDRI environment so that this just streamlines easy. Let's see them. Since it was an indoor scene, I'm just gonna take the photo booth here, and everything is black. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. That's that's okay. This is not on. Hey, it's actually not that bad. It's a bit warpy. Okay, yeah, it is bad. It is bad. Let's go back to the pictures here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, so this, yeah, the tree. I didn't even notice the tree. It's not there. We don't have a tree. We don't have a tree. That is bad. I don't think I can recreate that. Honestly, I don't even want to lie. I'm just gonna replace that with a tree from my asset browser. I am sorry, guys. I am sorry. Yeah, This would have been dope though if it was also 3D scanned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot here. So as you're seeing this, I'm also seeing it for the first time, right? I did preview it on the Kiwi Engine app, the mobile app, but it wasn't like this. This is worse because we're gonna be actually using this here, right? So what do we do? Topology is bad, it's terrible. So what was the point? What was the point of scanning? That I don't know. I don't know. I don't. So what can we do? We can remodel everything. We can create like clean geometry. Yeah, I feel like that's what we can do. With the textures, we can just import like the images, we can UV unwrap. The only problem is normal. So I don't have a way around that. If anyone does have a way around that, please let me know in the comment section below. Not Substance Painter. I don't use Substance Painter. I do not have the funds for that. I'm sorry. Material Maker does not work on my system. So I don't know what's that all about. And there is also Instamat or Instamaterial, Instamat Studio. That also doesn't work on my system. My system is very low spec. Okay, not very low spec. It is low spec, right? Yeah, fade it. Let's continue. Let's continue. So yeah, just gonna recreate everything. I don't see the point of using this. Even the textures are bad. I don't see the point. But I like the grass here. So I think we can use some of them because this has a a ceramic, like a clay ceramic feel. I don't know if that makes sense, like a candle wax feel. So yeah, I think down here we can try something. Yeah, let me just, should I just build on top of this? Let me see what happens if I wireframe this. Yeah, let's recreate this. Yeah, so this is also funny enough. This is how AI looks. I don't know if AI is better now. You know, people say it's better. I don't know. Let me say free AI looks better. I don't know. Topology, because this whole triangle thing, that's like a game engine thing, but these are way too much. These, I don't even know what to call these. Like nonagons or something. Ngons. I think that's what. Uh, uh, Yes, guys, I am sorry, guys. I have to catch up on my terminology because here now I'm not doing you any favors with my lack of knowledge. But it is what it is. Let's do this. So this is when I get into now my playlist mode. So I'm just gonna fast forward this whole process, right? I'm gonna play my song here. So okay, before I play the song, I think I'm gonna play Hollywood Bleeding by Post Malone. Just play the whole album. So what am I gonna do here? Firstly, we can see that it's not straight. So just go here. It's not straight, so let's just make it straight. I guess. But honestly, I don't want to work too much on this. Okay, shift origin point to geometry. That's the first thing. There's our origin point. and then we rotate this on the x-axis. Let's put 0 0. Let's put it here. That's not good. That's Alt R X. That's also not good. Let's try that again. Alt R X. Still doesn't work. Yeah, it's fine. RX. I'm just gonna hold Control just to snap. Let's make it straight there. Okay, so straight, it's flat. That's good, right? I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't like this. Okay, we have this here. Wow, already don't have space. Let me just check. Way. I, okay, I'm gonna have to pause this. Let me just pause and then I'll get back to it. Let's. Okay, so just had to deal with that, the space thing. Quick stuff, quick stuff. Okay, let's get back to it. So we have this here. Yeah, I still don't like this, don't like the way it's standing. And the tree. Okay, I was in this view. I didn't even know that. Nah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I do not like it. Okay, we have the stairs here. Right, and this goes up like that. So is that how it is on the pictures? Let's just see that. And just one. Okay, looks like that. Looks like I also don't have a clear image on how that looks. We're just gonna say it's balanced. We're just gonna say it's balanced. I don't like that because now let's switch to textured view. We have this chair here, right? We have this chair. Yeah, no, no. This is not feasible at all. This is not feasible. And I just noticed what this is. This here. So this is the leaf. This is the leaf. Let's just go back. Do you see that? So we have this lean here. It's leaning towards the tree like a timber. Okay, so we have a slight curve here. So that was actually a bit accurate. So uh, yeah, we're gonna make it straight. We're gonna make it straight. So yeah, let's model this. We've analyzed it a lot or enough, as one would say. Let's just make this. So how we gonna do that? What do we have? We have the box here, box house. We have a window here, window there, or is it a window door? It's a door window. Yeah. We have the roof. Roof is actually hard for me to make, especially this curve here. This I don't know how I'm gonna get that, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We have the chimney, that will be pretty simple. We have this open space here, and then this cardboard thing. Actually like this. We'll see how we deal with that. We have these panels up here, then we have the window. I just want to keep the the handmade or the hand built, the DIY style. Is That's the style. It's a new style. We're creating a new style. It's DIY. But yeah, especially here, this has a congregated iron feel, and they just used boxes. So I don't know. Yeah, honestly, Like I've been wanting to start, I just don't know where to start or how to start. Fine, let's start, I guess. So right now I don't have any power, no electricity. So I'm at, just check here quick, 19%. Let me just do this so that you can see that. 19%. So I'm just going to power through this and then, yeah, so I'll just power through this. Then when the computer goes off, hopefully it's gonna save. So I don't know if it's gonna save the recording, but I've saved the previous recording, so that's good. And then I'll just continue from there. So I'll just continue the record when the power comes back. But for now, we continue, we move on, right? I just have to create the stairs. I'm actually done with the stairs. I just need the rocks and what else? The the railing and the chair, and then yeah, just some additional details here and there. And then the tree. With the tree, I'm just gonna add a tree. I have a tree in my asset pack. I'll just take that and add it. And yeah, from there, part two, which is gonna be the texturing, and I'll create like a mini character or just download a character, add him in that environment, light up the place, and then render. Right, just render a few stills because time, I don't have enough time. Yeah, I have to continue with this crime project after this. So depending on how long this takes, once I'm done, once I import the character and the textures, everything is good, we're gonna make a mini game, just a mini game where you just navigate through this. It is a small space, but yeah, just maybe just going around the house, just yeah, we'll just try that. We'll try that within Blender, UpBG, not Armory. So Armory is the one that you install as a plugin inside of Blender. But I'm just gonna port this into UpBG since I'm using Blender 5 for this. I'm gonna port it to UpBG 5, but I'm not really that sure of UpBG 5. I'm just gonna port it to 5. If it lags, I'll port it to 3. Mind you, I do not have that much experience with UpBG. I will be using some tutorials to just, navigate around. But yeah, it's fairly simple where I see it, node networks. Yeah. So yeah, let's just continue and see how far we can go. Okay, let's just talk about this real quick. The railing, right? We have this here. We have the railing. So since this was made with cardboard, it has this incline. So I don't know if I should actually add that, like give it that incline, or should I make it like this incline? I don't think that is necessary, honestly. I think, oh shit, damn. Okay, the power's out again. That sucks. Yeah, guys, Africa, great place, great. So we have the railing here. I'm just gonna make it stand straight. It's just gonna be a straight. So I'm thinking the problem here was just adhesive, the glue. What they could have done is use these pillars here. So we have this pillar here. Uh, could have just used that to like fortify this, make it straight, or we could use like stronger cardboard. But I'm guessing, they used whatever materials that they had close to them. So yeah, it's gonna create the railing, create the chair. The chair is also cardboard and it's also weak. But we'll change that. Then we have the grass here. I'm gonna just change this. Either I'm gonna use a hair system for this, or I'll check in my shaders if I have like a grass shader. If not, I'll use the texture the from the thingy from the 3D scan. then we have these stones here. Same thing here. I'm gonna use, yeah, I'll just use the shaders. I'm just gonna use the shaders that came with the 3D scan. I don't really like them, but I'll just see if they're good. And we have this here. I think this fell off from this. Let me see. Or is it? Yeah, it's supposed to support this here. And yeah, also have to create this thing here. I don't know, support system or cover. I don't know what this is called. And we have um, these little pillars here to give it that frame, right? Give it that frame. So also gonna add that, and yeah. Okay, guys, and that concludes our video, Tiny Man Space. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them below. So let's just, go through everything. What happened? What did I do? How did I do it? Why did I do it? Right? So when I edit everything, it's gonna be plus minus, 1 hour, plus minus. But just stick around. Just, maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't. If you do stick around, just send me like a thumbs up or ask some questions. So, took a 3D scan of a model house, right? So I had no intentions or like no plans on that. Like, what was I gonna do with it, or what is it for? Is it for an actual game? Is it for an asset? No. So I did mention in the start that we're also going to use this for like a small game walkthrough. So that will be in another video because that's like another process. Yeah. But yeah, so I took that and I wanted to clean it. I really wanted to use the materials that I had, but I could not do that because of the way they came out. They were not good. Even the way I UV unwrapped. So as you can see from the video, I also lack a lot, of experience. So if there's ways that you guys think I could have done things better, just let me know. Comment section. UV unwrapping. So on the topology, for me to get some specific shapes without using a lot of topology, a lot of what is this polygons. Yeah, I wanted to keep it low poly, right? So I used very few polygons so that if I do export it, it takes well. Now the problem that I encountered, I'm gonna retexture this because the textures that I used were actually very heavy. As you will see with the final render, I actually can't render this out with Blender 5 and I can't port it to Blender 4 because of how big the thing is. I'm using some effects and filters from Blender 5, right? So yeah, that's the problem. Once I find a good computer, I can port it, right? So in the final render, I added some extra stuff, you know. I added some volumetric fog, some lighting, front porch lighting, to give it like some atmosphere. Added a ocean, like gave it that Kami house feel from Dragon Ball Z. Like the turtle, is it the turtle house? But I think it's Kami house, where Goku and Krillin trained with Master Roshi. So I gave it that feel like stranded, okay, not stranded, but like isolated from the world. It's this small house in this small patch of land, and the water actually reaches the grass. I don't know if you see that. So it's just like teetering there. It's like, yeah. So it's like this person, how does this person survive in this place? And how is their electricity? Those are the type of questions. The atmosphere, I gave it like a gaming vibe, like a Zelda type of anime feel. Mind you, I've never played Zelda. I just saw, from screenshots that, hey, okay, this is how Zelda looks. So yeah, that's what I was going for actually on the remake. But when I make the game, I'm gonna take out some of these things like the ocean. I'll take that out. Take out the atmospheric fog. I might play around with the textures again, just to make this light, and then I might try and download Instamat, even though it's not working. I think there's a stable version now. I'll download that. Maybe I can optimize the materials for them to work proper. So yeah, that wraps up the idea. Tiny man space in Blender 5 to be specific. I was also trying to test out Blender 5 because I'm a Blender 4 Flow user. So yeah, yeah. I mean, like Blender 4 did like win like an award and stuff. Plus, it's very very gentle on my PC, whereas Blender 5 has been, yeah, man, Blender 5, we don't have a good relationship. It's just be crashing out of nowhere, no communication, you know. So yeah. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you want me to do a specific tutorial, let me know. If you want me to, explain some tips and tricks about Blender, let me know. Please keep in mind that I am not a professional. This is just the skills that I have garnered throughout the years, but I am not a professional. If you need professional advice in Blender, just, go through some YouTube tutorials. There's always a good YouTube tutorial. But yeah, if you're here to watch me grow as an artist, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll catch you next time.